Okay, are we live now?
Well, yes.
All right, cool.
Well. Look who decided to show up. Welcome to RRR, the Breakdown, Outbreak 1, Case 2.
Oi, social INSPARKLERATION, mate.
Yep, that's where we're at. That's where
Yeah,
we're at right now in life.
get it? Because apparently we have to socially isolate ourselves.
But hey, we
Right.
can still do things like this.
Yeah, that's right.
But
So
we're just
if you're at
physically
home,
isolating ourselves. We're not socially isolating ourselves.
yeah, we just have what is it? Interwebs.
It's great. There's two people watching right now, and I think one of them is me.
Is it?
Hey,
No,
Cody
wait.
Wilson.
Cody Wilson. Oh, wait, now we
Hey,
got five.
Cody!
Oh,
How's it going?
people are just pouring on in like a glass
I
of
know,
orange.
right? Nice. Probably they don't used to our time schedule.
Hey,
Good.
you know, at least I got those notifications on. That's
That's
my
right.
takeaway from this. Who else we got? What's the chat? Open up in the chat. There's more of you. Show your faces. Who are you?
Who are you? Why are you?
Why are you?
What
No,
are you?
We don't care why you're here. We just care that you're here.
Yeah. But thanks for
Only-
tuning in.
That
Of
one
course.
person matters. So,
You know, that stuff.
yeah.
Where is it?
Maybe so, Cody. Maybe so.
I'm the only one watching. Peace out, fuckers. No, you're not. There's 4 other people here.
It could be me.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh.
It could be the
Will.
3 of us. It's
Ah.
Will. There we go. There
We
it
have
is.
to cut our mouths, apparently.
There's Dad giving us the motivation we always need. So welcome to the Breakdown. We're back. We made it to episode 2. For those of you who thought we wouldn't, that's hurtful.
We thought it was a one-off thing. They probably thought it was just a little one-off thing that we just gave up after it.
Hopefully we can support you and provide some entertainment in this time of boredom and quarantine.
Yeah. Fine. They're probably waiting for the streets.
Probably just waiting for the streets. I don't care. But yeah, do we want to get started with some upgrades?
All right. We'll start off. Who do I choose? I will. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I will start off with you, Mr. Tommy.
What I get in terms of
Yeah,
upgrades?
what did you get?
Gasp.
What are your upgrades?
I didn't really get anything this week.
So what are you trying to say? Pass.
Yeah,
In
pass,
my
I guess.
case, pass.
Pass. Yeah, pass, probably. I mean, I haven't gotten anything, Spring Roland. I've been stuck at home.
That's true.
And
can't even go out
I
and
just
buy
took a
it,
test
right?
today. And
You can't. You guys aren't online shop or anything.
I do.
I mean, I bought a chrome pen because I fucked up my Kiramager changer. Like right here. It's fucked up. It's chrome.
Oh yeah, what happened there?
It was a little scratch, and then like I used
that's a-
toothpaste
Yeah.
to clean it away, but it got fucked up even more, so I fucked it up. And then I just found this chrome pen online, so I bought that. That's coming its way. I don't even know when. And then I don't even know where my Kiramager is, so I'm waiting for that too. So,
You got a tracking number for that?
no, because I ain't
Oh
no
crap! That's
rich
right.
person.
You did the Sal.
Yeah. Sal with no tracking.
That's right.
And yeah, that's basically it. Nothing really
Okay.
happened.
Oh,
My
good.
name-
All right. And how about you, sir?
I today, this week, life. I finally have my full 6-inch Beast Morphers team. I ordered my Silver Ranger this week. He looks really nice. I really wish he came with a second drive blade instead of just this like Ninja Storm beetle cloth thing that I'm not using because it's just, I don't know. For one, they don't use it in the show, so it just doesn't. I don't know. I just don't like it. So yeah,
Yeah.
I have a full team of 5. It looks really pretty. I enjoy it. So that's good. And other than that, I bought a tripod for my phone, but that's about it. We didn't really get much other than that this week. Not working that much. Got to save that moolah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's just a bit weird that like they just give one claw. I would rather have two, so that's why I bought a couple of a couple of the figures themselves, so I could repaint and all that stuff. But yeah, pretty fair enough. Nothing else. Jeez, what's all the lack of upgrade? Jeez,
I mean, it's gonna be like this every week, probably.
it's gonna be like this until like 18 months or something like that.
It's gonna be like this for a while. It's gonna be like this for a
Yeah.
while. It's gonna be like this for a while.
For a long time.
For a
Well,
long
anyway,
time.
what I got was a bunch of pop vinyls.
Ew, pops.
No, not pops. Not like, what? What do you mean pops? You mean old
Funko
man pops? No.
I thought you meant Funko Pops.
Yeah, I do. I did get that.
Oh.
Yeah, but they're only Pokemon. So
Okay.
I got
These-
so I got Pikachu Flocked. It came in with that well, you guys have GameStop and I have EB Games, so it comes in that EB Games exclusive along with Squirtle Flocked. And then I also got the Funko 2020 Spring Convention limited exclusive Flocked Bulbasaur and Charmander. And then what else did I get? I also got My Hero Academia, My Heroes Once Justice 2. So it's a fighting game. Been playing with that when I've been getting home. And then I got some AirPods this week. They're pretty neat. I could use them when I go to work. I don't want to have to listen to people's bullshit. You know what I mean?
Sick.
And yeah, oh, and also yeah, got another new job. So yeah, I'll be
Yay.
working more closer to home. So I'll be working with people who don't talk. They're all tubed up and they're quite sick. So yeah, still going to work. I can't quarantine myself because that's what healthcare workers do. Have to deal with the sick, right? But that's pretty much it. That's all our upgrades, I guess. I don't have anything else. Yeah. And let's see. Let me just take myself out. Let's see our viewer upgrades.
Cody Wilson, the chat got knockoff AirPods for $8. Good job.
Nice. That is a win. Hopefully it lasts for the next couple of months or something or so. Ryokuno, I don't quarantine myself because I have to come up to work. I don't know about you guys in terms of quarantine. Do you guys?
My whole school semester is online,
Okay.
so yeah.
Grace, can you hear Grayson? I can't hear him.
No, I can't hear.
Yo, Grace.
Sorry, I had my mic muted. I had to go to the store to get butter the other day, but other than that, I've been pretty in quarantine. I'm losing my fucking mind, but other than that, things are great.
Yeah. It sucks. But hopefully they won't be like this for like quite a long time, so who knows?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
We will see.
So let me share our viewer one-ups. I mean upgrades.
Did you find some?
Did I find some? Let's have a look.
I didn't see any.
No, you didn't.
Oh, it's a joke.
Because nobody wants to post it up. So that's all right. So if you have any one-ups next week, post it up. I know it'll be tough for you guys, tough for all of us because we're currently in quarantine. You may not want to shop, but Amazon. If there are other avenues to online shop, but yeah, just a reminder: just visit the Streets Discord. It's in the description below. If you want us to favorite your one-ups and turn into upgrades, just post on the Discord. So don't forget. Okay. Yeah, pretty much it for upgrades. So next up, great. Let's get straight into it.
Breaking hero time. Kiramager, the Kiramager kings and queens of sparkles. 0101010101.
All right. So let's talk about Kiramager episode 2. Let's summarize what happened in the episode. Well,
Jewel gets his stuff. He enters the base for the first time, meets the team, and then out of nowhere he finds out that the Red's supposed to be the leader, and he's like, "Wait, what?" So they go out, they fight. In the middle of the battle, someone gets knocked off Ferris wheel, and then he draws up Sky Mage real quick, and he's like, "Quick, save him! Summon your machines." I like how he did that. He was thinking on his feet, very, very, very leader-like. And then Senna is figuring out how she's gonna race and do this at the same time, and Jules trying to figure out as leader how to handle this. She doesn't like how he handles it at first, so he makes a Gemini stone, which would clone whoever touches it, and it'll form a clone. So the original plan, what we're supposed to think is that Senna is supposed to go off into the race and Senna's supposed to send her clone off into the race and fight, but actually Jewel wanted to get her to go in the race and then come join whenever she was done, because there's 5 Kiramagers, because we're all supposed to make sure each of us are at our best, essentially. He said, the way he said it was like sparkling and shining, but yeah, we're all supposed to make sure we're at our best, because if we're not at our best, we're not going to be able to fight anyone. So
that's right.
That was fun. And then Land Mage happened, which was a really cool fight. And then end of episode.
Yeah, even Sky Mage was there too. It was great.
So what do we think? I thought it was a really good episode. I liked it a lot.
It was good. Yeah.
You know what? I'm quite surprised with Drew. I thought he was still gonna be like crackhead throughout the whole episode, but he had some great moments. He was very humble. He was thinking like he doesn't know what to do becoming a leader and all that. He was finding his feet, and but he was taking everyone's feelings into consideration, which I really appreciate as a Red Ranger, like the leader of the group, because he wants everybody to, not be tied down to this mission. Like they want to have their own separate lives, right? So, like he let Senna go for the race and do what you want, and then it's like, oh, we'll wait for you, or we'll hold off for you, and until you come back, and then we can unite and then defeat the monster of the week or whatever, which is really cool. I like that.
And also I liked how Senna mentioned the Red to be like, hey, you gotta use your own thoughts. Don't just don't be a follower. Just
so like, are you saying that because you mean it, or are you saying it because you're told to say it?
Yeah.
That's exactly what you
Don't
said.
be a Kirame sheep. Be a Kirame goat. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah, so there's gonna be an ongoing rivalry for sure with
Yellow
and Yellow.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure.
What's his name?
Tomatomo.
What's his name again?
Tomatomo?
Tomo?
Tomatomo.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he's... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, you go.
I think he probably stood up the most this episode. I felt like, because he was kind of like sort of like the most realistic in terms of like the battle, because you can tell like he kind of cares more about the mission than than sort of like personal stuff. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yes. I mean, like he's an e-gamer. I don't
Yeah.
know if he, like others has like some sort of like, you wouldn't say e-gamers are lesser of, but like you got centers trying to probably compete for heading to like probably the Olympics or something like. Then you have a doctor. Then you have someone who's acting.
A
And
stunt
then-
guy, basically. Stunt guy.
Hey,
I would say he's both. He's an actor who does his own stunts.
yeah,
So basically, Yoshi.
Yeah.
basically.
Basically Yoshi's person.
Yeah. So these three professions are quite like, public face. They're like, really prominent type of, careers that they, but esports is kind of like a
It's like a new
newer
thing.
age kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's a new thing,
It's
which
its
is
own
like
little thing. It's like a
Yeah.
very niche thing.
Yeah.
very niche.
Also,
That's right.
It is
I
very
don't know if you
neat.
guys watched the trailer for next week's episode, but I just love Yellow's facial expressions always. Like, look at that. Hang on, it'll focus. It'll focus. Yeah.
He's quite.
He looks like Ninja in that shot for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I love
Um,
it. So good.
Tomo Tatila. Ryugano.
Highlight the comment. What is it? Tapatio is what he said.
Tomatillo?
Tommy Lulu.
Tomatillo?
Tommy Lofton.
Tommy Tomo, Tommy Lulu,
I would
Tommy
not be
Lofton.
shocked if a
Tommy
Gemini
Season.
Stone would be a premium Bandai. I could imagine that they might end up doing a plushie version as well.
Yeah.
So,
Ooh.
like, it could be like it could be the Kiramager Stones plus that little cute little Gemini figure.
I hope we get plushes of the Rangers.
Yeah, I think it will happen probably under was it Sunrise, which is that brand that sub brand that does the 01 plushies and the Ryu Soldier plushies. So I look forward to getting that.
Yeah.
But the Monster of the Week, that's a call. It was a throwback, wasn't it?
Sure was.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
something straight out of Go Ranger.
Mhm.
yeah.
I liked
Which
it.
gives off like a lot of Showa Sentai vibes, doesn't it? It was
Yeah.
pretty. I mean, it wasn't like the monsters of the week could be like just like throwback monsters, I guess, and it was pretty shocking that that the monster is quite different for the mecha battle, which is pretty. I like that kind of concept, like what they did for Go Busters, like they have.
Oh
the
yeah.
mon-
How like they need more energy to basically gathered energy to get the
Yeah.
giant monsters.
Yeah,
Which is cool to see back.
yeah,
And I like how like he kind of made the excuse of like, oh, so you're playing the long game with this, like not as in like each week they're gonna be a plan to take over the world. They're like, no, they're committing now. Like this is gonna take a while.
it's gonna take a yeah.
It's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to, yeah. But what else? What else we got?
Green was. Can we talk about Green yet?
Yes.
Oh yeah, let's talk about Green.
Green was probably another standout. Basically, the main three, like the land mage.
The main three seems like they
That was a
have
standout.
a lot of same stuff.
Randall Mage.
Well, next week's a blue episode, so
Yeah. Green. Green. I like the chemistry between Senna
Green and red.
I really like the chemistry there. Like, I feel like something's gonna be going on there later down the track. We'll see. Because I think both in high school, aren't they?
I think
Or
so.
instead of-
it might be. I don't know what her character age is.
Because Green is supposed to be a high school athlete.
Oh, she
Okay.
is.
Yeah.
Mm.
She must be like in a higher year, but like not the same year as.
It would make sense, Jewel, to know her. Because like she might go to the same high school, maybe, or maybe not.
Oh, it could be a different.
I think
high
she
school.
Or
might
like
be
an
like
athlete.
an adult athlete. Because why would a high school athlete have a sponsor?
Oh, that's true.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, her actress is 21, so she could just be like, oh, a young adult athlete, only a little bit older than.
That
Jewel.
means she might. Oh no, I was gonna say she enters college or something like that, but I don't know how it works in terms of sports in university and all that. But I really like her. Like she's not like overly the top cutesy. She's well tamed as well. Like she
Yeah.
she doesn't go over the top. She also thinks and tries to stand her ground. Like if she doesn't want to do it, she doesn't want to do it. Like she's I think she's probably going to be one of the favorites of the season, most likely.
She had like that one good really great scene with Red, as she's like saying, "Well, thank you for like trying to make us like feel like shine brighter, even if we're not together."
Yeah,
and, like supporting each other. It was really good.
I'm glad that he's
Good like dynamic. I think.
Good dynamic.
Good dynamic.
Yeah. The bass. Let's talk about the bass. Like
It's
they
cool
showed more of the
bass.
bass.
It's a cool bass.
It is pretty cool.
It's a
Like
giant
yellow
ass
and
in the middle of the
white
city.
painting.
Reminds me of the Yggdrasil bass.
You just
It does.
oh yeah, that's indeed glad. To quote Chris, and he just need her in the shorts.
Oh, I didn't need her in those shorts.
She is legal, so
Yes.
Chris is also 36.
yes, and also married.
I mean,
Oh,
that
yeah.
part doesn't matter that much, but
Yeah.
But apparently it doesn't matter. There's no limit apparently. What else? Oh yeah, so the base is pretty cool. Like you can see this, like you can communicate with the Kirame stones from in between the glass and all that, which is pretty cool.
like they're jail inmates.
Yeah, yeah. It just kind of reminds me of like a brighter version of the Raft in the MCU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baby.
It reminds me of
I love them.
the Kiramager base reminds me of like the Decorator base, sort of. I don't know why.
Oh,
The
okay.
vibe-
In a way, yeah.
The vibe it gives off.
I love that part when like they're making the Gemini stone, and it's like, he's like, well, it's not actually impossible. You know, you guys have swords and guns, right? And then Oshiguro just pulls it out in front of Yellow. He's like, you mean this? And he's like, and then they're like, well, I know how to make them. Here we go, Princess Mabushina. Read this. And her tears form the stone. So I really hope that's an ongoing joke of like making her cry a bunch to make new.
Yeah. That's what I was expecting. Like later on down the track, someone's gonna try to kidnap Mabushina and try to sell her teeth.
Oh dear.
Do you see any tears, Troy? Do you see any tears?
But like what's the worth of each tea? You know what I mean? Like it must have cost a lot of money.
You know, hey girl, I'm trying to propose. Why don't you give me a tear or two?
Yeah.
Those tears.
I also liked how the Loopad book was in the episode.
Yes, that was.
I did not like those. Those are subtle Sentai references that like I
love
really
that.
liked.
Mine's
a lot.
Easter egg added there.
sweet little subtle little.
So it just makes like the universe very connected in a way, even if it doesn't make sense, sort of.
It would be, yeah. I mean, who was reading it? It was Mabushina, right? She was
Yeah.
reading it. Like you never know. It could be later down next year's the Sentai anniversary. They might have some sort of connection between the Kiramagers and the.
Who knows?
Who knows? We shall see.
Who knows?
I love it how Drew just thinks up of the mecha combos, like as he thinks on his feet, and
it's like useful in a way.
Hey,
It's not like it doesn't seem very like forced in a way.
yeah, it feels it matches the concept and the story itself.
Yeah,
so,
like the situation. Like they got the small robot because it was like people stuck there.
Or like it's really just like, hey, we combine those other ones. What if we tried and combine ours? And it's like worth a shot. Let's do it. You know.
I really like Land Mage. Like
It looks so pretty.
It is, and it just I don't know. I think that's like it's like probably one of my top favorite 3 mecha combos. It just looks really good in the suit in the show. So, yeah, I really like the battle as well. Like, I mean, it's not particularly different from the others from previous Sentai, but
It was well
pretty-
choreographed.
yeah. And I like the night theme, like it's during the night. I like at night mecha battles.
I mean, we'll probably get a few during the day, but just to debut it at night is where
It's
it's
always
at.
good.
It's always
Well, it's like I like the battles that they do in Time Rangers. A lot of the times were at night.
And then
Which is-
someone looped at, I remember.
Oh yeah, that too. Yes.
Tiger's debut was at nighttime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it?
It was episode 2.
Yeah.
So.
And also, I really like how. Oh wait. I just want to mention, like, I liked how Blue and Pink, they were like, "Hey, we're gonna go off doing our jobs," and they're like, "Okay, I see it." Before they
Yeah.
get into the fight.
Like
So
they
it fits
don't have
their
to-
duties.
That's right. They don't have to be together all the time. Like it's kind of like Go Busters, where like you delegate. The jobs are delegated, so you have the 3 doing something else, and it's like Q Ranger as well.
Yeah, and then
They
this,
don't
in
have
this
to be together
context,
all the time.
in this context, it makes sense because like Blue's like an actor, he has like a night job, and then Pink's a surgeon because like you're a nurse too, like you have like night jobs as a surgeon. So
Yeah.
that's pretty neat. I liked.
So. 0-1, 0-1.
0-1, 0-1,
0-1.
0-1.
I really liked it. It was a good episode.
Yeah, this one was really good too.
Very,
Man, Superhero Time is so good.
very emotional episode.
Oh yeah,
It was.
Like,
Like
to
the-
catch on to like, why are you doing this?
I really like the closure of. Is it closure of the arc? They still have to do one more thing. It's still
It's
going
the
on.
voting one. The voting.
Yeah. Is it voting and then they got
That's
some,
it. I think that's like the all or nothing basically.
Yeah.
That's what I'm assuming.
But this episode,
It
like,
was really good.
it was a really nice episode. Like, what's his name again? The human gear was.
Kinosuke, like 119, because
Okay.
Yeah.
it's basically 911 in Japan, I think. That's why it's called that.
Oh,
Could be
okay.
right.
Oh, he's the number 1 firefighter. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
So he rectified his issues
I'll
in
be right
terms of being able to detect danger and all that, and trying to find other ways to save people, because remember it was kind of reversed from last week. Like, oh, I can't save them because these things are in the way, and then he goes, "No, I'm gonna hold off the rubble, and I'll let you go through and you save them." You know what I mean? So it was like
because he
they
kind of
worked
like
together.
because he kind of learned from his
Yeah,
past experience, learning. Like
that's right.
learning from his
So-
past mistakes.
Yeah.
Which is I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice development for him.
And what I liked about the firefighter with the Zaya spec is that he's not cocky or like rude, or he comes off as like has malicious intent compared to the other competitors that
I
that
think
guy has hired.
wasn't there one competitor that wasn't a dick? Wasn't it like the lawyer? Was he a dick? Was he an asshole?
He wasn't, but he wasn't a raider, but
Yeah.
he just came across as a bit of a little bit of a douche, a little bit, not
Okay.
not like
So
not like
basically,
the other ones.
basically, he's kind of tamed down from like.
Yeah.
wrestling.
So this one, like he shows honor. Like he actually honors like he disagrees with the victory that initially was announced after the firefighting competition, right?
Yeah.
So at the end, he acknowledged that no, it wasn't. He didn't technically win. It was the other. It was actually the Humagi who won. So they so together they're a tie now. So they need to do another competition next week. What do you think about the fight scenes? Any comment?
Thought
It was
they were
good.
Great.
like
I loved
Jin and
Falcon.
Falcon fight. It's a good suit. It's a pretty good suit.
It's a good suit. The fighting scene was pretty full. It was pretty good. Pretty badass. I hope.
One thing in the episode I did not know why it happened, but it was there. It was like Pua pouring water on himself.
Okay, here's the thing.
I don't get
I
that.
think he put water in himself to prevent from drying out in the heat, like probably like a rehydration kind of thing.
Mhm.
That's my only, or like the body from overheating. So you know,
we could like get hot slower.
yeah. So because you know how we sweat,
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it evaporates, it cools us down. So he's trying to add more water, so it went as the heat goes on and evaporates all that water, he'll cool down, so he won't overheat in terms of, you know how like heat stroke and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
So,
my thought was like, I thought he was just getting hyped. Like, let's go. I'm going to save Naruto or something.
That's the only explanation I could think of. Why he would,
that sounds more logical than mine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Because that's just a form of prehydration, I guess. Which is, you know,
Makes sense.
Yeah. Yua, however, she's been shut down by guy.
yeah, it feels like she's not being herself, you know, making her own decisions.
Yeah. It's really weird.
Which is really weird. Like, you tell, like, you can kind of feel bad for her, but you can't really, because there's no reason, explanation why. You know?
I think we'll get one soon.
Hopefully.
Because we don't have a. Did we have her? We didn't have an episode of her growing up and all that stuff yet, have we?
None of that. We know nothing about her, pretty much.
Yeah, we do not know anything about her. And we're up to 27, 28 tomorrow.
20.
You're like halfway. That's crazy.
Yeah, so she might be. Well, she's going to be pretty much. Would you say upgraded to a main villain later on down the track, or I don't know.
I think she'll get a redemption moment.
Yeah.
Probably.
Do you consider her as a villain?
No, because she doesn't want to be doing what she's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah. So.
Full water. Where's my water?
Huh? Oh, full of water. You, where's my water?
I need it. She's got something going on with her. I feel like some sort of like blackmail or something like that prevents her from.
Or maybe she doesn't want to lose her position in the company.
Possibly.
I definitely think she owes him something. I just don't know what it is.
It could be, yeah, or he could be holding someone hostage or something.
Maybe he's her dad.
No, I don't think.
I wouldn't be shocked. How old is
45.
I mean,
how old you are?
She's 23. Her actress is 24. So she's probably somewhere around that range.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, guy could have a child at 21-year-old as a 21-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could be a dad. Which is but I look forward to her becoming a raider is it next week or the week after?
I think it's either the week after. It's one of them.
She's a homage sleeper agent. That's a good theory too. Sleeper agent. That's what Will said in the chat.
Oh, is it?
I didn't say that, so I didn't steal it. So
why don't you get me the hell in here?
Get the hell in here. No. We can handle the show.
Sleeper agents, right on.
Not a homo sleeper agent. Okay.
No, a punching homo sleeper agent.
Punching homo sleeper agent. Yes, please.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to next week. Most likely, it will be.
Oh, then also in the episode, I really like Aruto. Only he's still taking care of the human gear, even though he's like destroyed.
Yes,
and it just feels like he gives a fuck
he
to all of
respects
his,
the human key. He doesn't see them as a. He doesn't see them as a like a bloody like a.
Daddy-o
is here.
Hey,
As a cameo.
Cameo? No.
As
Are you gonna be a cameo today?
I can't hear you super well, Will.
Sorry.
I heard one syllable of that
Sorry.
entire thing. I don't know. All right. Well, I heard you call me a bitch, and that's hurtful. But other than that, I'm just trying to decipher these messages.
There's nothing to decipher.
There we go. There he is.
There we go.
No, I thought it was a really good episode. I really like just the care that Aruto puts in these people that like to show his kindness, like shows Yua being like, but he's destroyed. What are you doing? And he's just like, he's my employee. Like I gotta take care of him.
It kind of showed how much he grew from the first episode. Because at first he was like, I don't want to be a CEO, and now he actually gives.
I mean,
like,
even a couple episodes ago, he was like, is this really worth it? And he was like, hey, believe in us, please. Like, that's kind of your job
Give
to
us a
believe in us.
chance. Yep. It teaches people, like, it's not a preaching thing. It just teaches that, like, you know, when you become a CEO of a company or you're a manager of a company, you know, treat your employees with, you know, with some sort of respect. They're not indispensable. They're trying to help you out, you know, help each other out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like in...
Yeah, the whole theme of 01 really is kind of just like be kind to people no matter what. Everyone's different. Like, so...
Yeah. Especially with, like, with Humagear, like, to becomes more sentient and stuff. Like, they're going to develop feelings as well. So, you know, just because they come from a different origin, like, particularly not human, you know, we should still treat them with respect. Because, like, you never know. They can come bite us in the arse one day, you know? So...
That's in the arse.
What do you think of the episode, Will?
I liked it.
I liked it.
Something GameStop.
I liked it. Josh Perry.
I liked it, Josh.
It was good.
No, I thought it was fine. I still didn't really love the Humagear.
Yeah.
At the end of this all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not my favorite.
Yeah, he's definitely not my favorite out of the ones that we've had. And it also just kind of made me think about like the whole prospect of a Humagear firefighter. It's like, shouldn't you like fireproof this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he caught on fire like way too easy because so he walks through the fire and you know he like burns up with the thing landing on him, right? But then like Fua, Yua, and the firefighter just run right past him. And I'm like, well,
Yeah.
wait. What
If
the fuck?
anything, the Humagear is more flammable.
Yeah, like I don't know. I just thought that part was just really weird. I understand the message they were trying to get across, but at the same time, it's like I don't know. This like little arc with the whole firefighting competition. It was the least thought out of all of them so far. So
Yeah.
and I think this whole competition thing is basically over. That's at least what it seemed like. Seems like we're just gonna kind of just drop it and focus on something else, which I'm fine with.
And then we got a brother next week.
Nice.
The person in Japan, and they're gonna have him on the show next week.
And then some key stuff mentioned in the episode, like Zaya making the raid risers.
Yes,
pretty
that was
Yeah, that's pretty huge.
They're just like, I just want to protect our companies. I took it from the company, and I'm just like, wait. I had a moment of like, from the company? What? And then also another gripe I've been having with the show is like, Aruto gets so much flack for like Humagear's malfunctioning. Almost every single person that Guy has given his eye spec to has gone crazy in some sort of way. One of them has experienced huge amounts of property damage. One of them has attempted manslaughter, and it's just not even the contestants. Like so many people using his eye spec get their heads all twisted, and I'm like, and now he's making raid risers, the things that these people are using to attack, and it just seems like he's catching nothing. And it's kind of pissing me off.
Here's the thing. What happens if he's owning these media companies and telling him to manipulate the news? Like, there's some sort of cover up. Do you know what I mean? Like, he can't go out. And
his
like they
number one
probably
thing is
recorded
we must protect the brand of our company, but still, like,
Yeah.
it's just, I don't know. It kind of just got to
I
me
mean,
this week. Where it's like,
that's like similar to my thought last week about him
Yeah.
putting the raid riser on the Humagear on camera in front of the reporter,
Yeah.
and like there are seemingly no repercussions from that.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't be surprised. I think this is the type of show where they would kind of be like, oh yeah, Zaya is manipulating the media to make Hidden look like the bad guy.
yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
It's not. I wouldn't be shocked in that aspect because
I would just at least like to see it'd be different. I would just like to see at least something.
yeah.
I mean, even like a person just acknowledging, like, oh, I've heard Zaya's doing some pretty sketchy stuff. I don't know if we can trust them. Just someone acknowledging that there's a problem here.
Also, just little things like I know Fuo was like, "No, this is my fight." Aruto should have just been like, "No, you will die. Let me handle this." And he just didn't. He didn't step in at all to that episode. And I was like, "Dude, you need to. You're the only one who can like put up a good fight against him. You need to like step in. If Fuo will get his ass kicked."
But remember, Fuwa is not his employee. He's not his employee, so he doesn't even fit.
Fair enough.
And then also, Hirobi was like, you can tell like he was like, oh snap, I don't know what Jin is doing. And he was kind of worried in a sense.
Yeah.
He didn't know what his true.
They have different goals, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's like,
so I feel like they might go against each other.
Real hard backseat, real quick. Now Jin's way more important than me.
Oh yeah. It's like my suit's still cool, right? It's like, Burning Falcon though. It's like, no. It's like, here, you can have the bow. You can have the bow back. It's fine.
Yeah, get the bow. You can use it next week. It's all good.
Hey, didn't this show used to have a bike too? I think I saw it a couple times.
Yeah.
No,
man.
he doesn't like to use his bike anymore because he got yelled at by the astronaut for doing it too many times. He's like, I'm sorry.
He probably doesn't have any astronauts to actually bring it back, so he probably just gave up and not just leave it up in Zaya, yeah.
Zaya.
Honestly,
Zaya.
most of the screen time this bike has been in the intro of the theme song and the little intro bits.
Intro bits.
What else is there? So, yeah, I mean, overall, it's a pretty alright episode. As I said, I like the guy with the Zaya spec. He had showed more honor. Like, he's not a douche, like, compared to the others. So hopefully, I just hope this arc finishes very soon. I think after next week it should be done. But, yeah, just ready to move on.
Let the past die. Kill it if you have to.
Yes. Is Grayson frozen? He looks like he is.
He definitely is. Wow.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Oh,
I'm
there
back.
we go. You're back.
Tommy's gonna create.
Oh no, Tommy Lily's probably have to do something. Yeah, that's it for 01.
Magi Shine. Yeah, I guess we should move on to Power Rangers Beast Morphers. All right, guys, complain. I really like this episode, and I will say why, but we should get the negative stuff out because it sounds like everyone else didn't like this episode. I saw Twitter that Saturday morning. I was like, damn.
You know what?
That
It's alright.
That was your first mistake. You should never look at Twitter while you're trying to enjoy a Power Rangers episode.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Yeah. I never looked at anybody's
Enjoy
review.
anything. You should be on Twitter.
What a beautiful day. Oh.
Oh shit.
I need to distract myself. Oh shit, I'm getting more stressed. What do you think of the episode? Was for me it's okay. It's not annoying, but
Nah. I thought it was fine.
it was okay. Yeah.
It was it was the most fillery so far.
Yeah,
Hillary
I'll give you that.
and
It's
I
a
like-
one episode. It's nothing too crazy. I appreciate them not dragging out Robbie's whole "I'm a secret artist" thing all season.
yeah,
And they just ended it here. I'm fine with that. I also kind of dig. I don't know if this was intentional or not, but the kind of subtext of like hiding part of your identity from your parent.
Yeah.
For me, that kind of hit close to home.
no, okay.
Robbie's relationship with his mom always is close to me because it's just for my life. It's just been my sister, my mom, and I. So it's only been my mom. So like hitting that, like hitting all those parts of being like, you know, the one thing I like about this whole artist arc is like, if it was just this episode and that's it, I don't think I would have liked it that much. But the fact that 2 previous episodes we've hit on it, and it's like da-da-da, and then like the previous episode was like an episode of season 1, and Smash was like, you know, your mom loves you more than anything. I'm sure she would accept you no matter what. And Ravi's still just like, I can't risk it. Or in the beginning episode, Nate and Steele, like I really liked that moment of like, hey, we know you like to draw already. Why would you try and lie to us? And it's like, I'm sorry. It's just like, no, it's not okay with us. Like, don't do that. Like it hurts our feelings. So that's a really cool thing for me. And like the ending when it was just like, hey, this is me. And she didn't get mad at him. Like she was like, you know, I think I'm most disappointed in myself because of my attitude towards something that you love kept you from sharing it with me, and I'm sorry, but you're my son and I love you more than anything, and from now on I will support whatever makes you happy. And it really, I don't know, this was a really feel good episode. Yes, it was filler, but I watched the whole thing and was like, I am satisfied with the episode this week.
It's always one thing to have filler about characters you don't give a shit about, or characters that don't have any character.
Yeah.
Because like they would do that in Ninja Steel, and they didn't honestly build up enough of personality with all of the characters for you to really give a shit whenever they were doing something one-off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe a little bit with Levi because they dedicated a few more episodes to fleshing him out than everyone else.
Yeah.
But with a show like this, most of the characters are endearing in some way. So if they choose to focus on them, usually it winds up being all right. So even if it doesn't really amount to much of anything overall plot-wise, it is nice to know a little bit more about the characters and just kind of see them go through some of these things.
Yeah. I just felt like with the lying aspect of things and keeping a secret part of yourself, it's pretty good. It's translatable to a lot of people, and I think a lot of kids would resonate with that. Even older fans would resonate with that really.
Yeah.
Well, but just for me, it's just that they could have added in some more like main plot kind of stuff into it, like as a bookend or something like that. But otherwise,
Ben and Betty did not need to be in the episode at all.
Nope.
yes.
I would have
What's with the up and down bouncy kind of thing? It was like it took up a good 2 to 3 minutes of the show. They could have
Honestly, like
They're doing the Victor and Monty shit, and I'm not here for it because these characters they've been way better than that for like half a season already.
these characters have been better, and that's why I'm not happy with what happened this week.
Yeah.
I would rather seen Blaze and Roxy. Like, where are they?
Yeah,
at?
where the fuck were they this week? Nowhere to be found. And I'm like,
They're doing the thing they should be doing with freaking Ben and Betty with Blaze and Roxy.
like I get
if they don't
that.
have anything to do with them, then they just don't have them in the episode. It's like, all right, instead of doing something stupid, hear me out. Just don't put them in the episode.
Yeah, I think that would be better.
I understand that,
like
it's probably a lot on Colby and Liana to be being like back and forth, to be like, you guys are going to film here today, you guys are going to film here today. But even then, just like, I don't know, I just feel like there could have been a way to like separate, and they've been finished filming for like a year now, so it's whatever. But
Maybe
I feel like there could have been a better way for them to be like, hey, we're going to have you guys in this episode here. Today we're going to shoot you guys with us, and then tomorrow or later in the day we're going to shoot some villain scenes with you if you guys don't mind staying a little bit longer we're gonna make sure we just get
Well, I mean,
this.
most of the villain stuff, the other cast doesn't need to be there. They just need to be there with the suit actors. So
I think a way they could do it is with like an episode where Robo-Blaze and Robo-Roxy just stay in the robot forms and have just like the good Roxy and Blaze just
Why
be
not?
there,
I
Yeah,
don't mind that.
human.
We don't need like Ben and Betty to fill up all the the time.
if we're
like,
gonna do good stuff with them, use them. But if we're gonna do this shit, then no, like don't.
yeah, like I like Ben and Betty to interact with good Blaze and Roxy. Like how they're both parallel. Like one's level.
I
they're
like them
decent level ahead.
interacting with the rest of the cast. I don't like them doing stupid stuff on their own.
No,
Yeah.
I don't like them doing stuff. Like when they interact with each other, it's fun. Like it's fun, goofy stuff. But when they do this stuff on their own, it's like, no, please stop. Just
Yeah.
please stop.
Why can't they be like great supporting supporters to the Rangers? Like they could be useful into the.
I mean, that's what they were doing. That's what they were doing for a good portion of season.
They were
1.
like the boom of this season, and now they're not, and it sucks.
Yeah, they were wacky, but they served a purpose. And right now, they're not serving. They're not serving a purpose. That's just what they're. That's just where they're at.
You would think that they did so many good things in the first half, right?
Mhm.
And then they want to build up from that. They want to go to higher. Yeah. So I don't know. They're just regressing down to whatever, whatever shenanigans they're planning to do now. I don't know. It's just that I hope they don't.
Shenan again.
This is 3 seasons in a row they've done this shit, and I'm not here for it.
Yeah. I mean, season 2 is not off to like the best start, and I don't know.
I still have hope.
Yeah,
I still have hope.
I still have hope.
as much as
Dino
I'm like a naysayer for the whole team up thing, I'm hoping that's when it picks up.
I have some Dino hope. I have some Dino hope.
Yeah.
But yeah, I maybe it's misleading. Maybe it's just misleading, and they're just like, all right, yeah, let's do some funny, wacky stuff, and then I don't even know how far the episode synopsis is out for. Do we know?
I don't read them.
Next week?
Yeah, I don't read them either.
Wait, apparently there's no Beast Morphers this week. Ranger Command.
What? Really?
That's what Ranger Command.
As if the world is not depressing enough right now. Really? Are we gonna start?
Yeah, Power Rangers Twitter just tweeted out there's no new Beast Morphers tomorrow, but we're still gonna drop a new video with the cast. Oh, that's cool.
We need Beast Morphers.
We need it. We need to critique.
Thunderlord power now.
Break it down even more.
Did you guys talk about Kelson?
Oh yeah.
Oh, he
Wasn't
posted. He posted an old
the
headshot
main
today.
guy.
Kelson Anderson. He was in episode.
Mhm.
He was. That's a cool character.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
alright.
He was in- Yeah.
But the thing with Mayor Daniels is like do
Oh,
something.
he was the painter guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta use him. Use him. He already lives there.
Okay, the question: why did they not even try and lie more? As soon as they realize, oh shit, we're lying. Let's throw the exploding paint on them and blow it up.
At the end of the day, it's like, fuck it. We got caught. Let's just do it. Let's just kill him right here. Let's just murder him right here, right now.
Look, I got a gun in my cupboard. All right, we'll just shoot him right now. Get it, Scott.
Roxy, you've got 2 rifles on standby. What are we doing with this plan stuff?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I mean, the villains are not doing. are not doing as much as I would like, but
I mean,
don't know.
the aspect of just exploding paint is a bit different. I'll give him that. But yeah, I don't know. Again, it wasn't just. I don't think it was just very interesting.
It wasn't.
I'll give him props for the idea though, because exploding anything is really sketchy in Power Rangers nowadays because standards and practices is so different now.
Yes.
So-
Yes.
So I'm
Where's
always
that detonator?
interested to see when they'll try and do stuff like this because I mean this paint was basically the equivalent of a detonator.
Yep.
Sure.
So yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. And as Grayson knows, Turbo is bad.
Turbo is bad.
Turbo is bad.
Chris retweeted my tweet. He quoted my tweet of the picture of all 12 of us, but he's not in the chat. I don't believe he is. So, Chris.
Where are you,
I
Chris?
hate you. You guys heard it here first, folks.
Come on, Chris.
Like I said, just like I said, Will, arm's length.
Arm's length. No more, no less.
No more, no less. Arm's length. Where's Corey? He's off today.
No, right?
Maybe he's busy with making mangoes.
Josh is probably attempting to clean his room.
Tweeted it and put, "Oh wow, I'm a big boy."
Oh wow, I'm a big boy. Big boy. And then Josh is probably attempting to clean his room right now.
There.
Well, it took him 3 hours apparently to clear out his dorm. It's probably going to take 6 hours to clean up his room.
Did you go to work today, Will?
Oh yeah, I just got back. That's why I didn't get in the call. I just got back from work.
Nice.
Ah, nice.
Nice.
I surprisingly still have a job, so that's cool. We're taking it day by day, folks.
Step by step, day by day. Fresh start over, a different hand to play. All right. Would we like to move on to the meat and potatoes of this episode, boys?
The meat and potatoes. This is
Yeah.
going to be an interesting
Potatoes,
topic.
I'm actually gonna go get something to eat before the show, but I'll leave you guys to have your little in-depth discussion. Okay?
Cool.
Why not?
I will.
See you later.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
All right, fellas, it's time for none other than Prognosatsu.
Prognosatsu. Let me just share this one. Where's Prognosatsu? Prognosatsu, representation and Power Rangers.
Hells yeah, brother.
So today in Australia, it's the 21st of the 3rd, and today is Harmony Day. Celebrate all diversity of different genders, race, ethnic, religion, disabilities, and sexualities. So, yay! Happy Harmony Day from Australia! Woo!
So, as I said in the Discord, share your thoughts. We'll share them. Only one person did, so that's okay with me.
That's all right. At least the
Feel
person
free
did.
to share some of your thoughts in the comments as we go on, and you
Or
just
in the
might
the
get
live
highlighted in the live
Everybody
chat. Yeah,
jump
that's what I meant.
Discuss.
So, where do we want to start?
What should we start with?
Let's start just with what they've been doing since season 1. Representation of non-whites. Like,
Oh yeah.
I feel like back in the day, it was very much so like we had to have one of each. Like, all right, we've got a nerd. Okay, we've got a black and an Asian. The rest can be white, whatever. Great.
Yes.
We're going on it. And then the next it got like, okay, we got to get rid of them. So the black and the Asian want to leave. So we got to get a new black and an Asian, but we're going to
Asian. And swap the colors.
switch them. And then now they've been doing a thing since In Space.
Oh shoot! I
What?
forgot about shitty opinions.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
that's
right
right.
now.
Oh bad guys.
Here you go. No.
All right.
We'll
Thank
do that
you.
right
Know
now.
your shitty opponents.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Let's quickly just refer back to the shitty opinions.
Hey.
Okay.
Nar. Shitty opinions, mate.
Okay. All right. We'll just choose. We chose 3 favorites already. Okay, slideshow from current slide. Okay, Grayson, start off with yours. Who's your favorite?
My favorite. Who did I say? I think Ryuguno is my favorite, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So hang on, let me pull it up on my phone. I can't read it on the
that's okay.
top screen.
That's okay.
So, Ryuguno and I very much agree that Yua, we're getting very close to 30. We're at more than halfway done, and we don't know why she's doing. We don't know why she's doing this stuff. So I very much agree with you there, Ryuguno. Good thoughts. I also like the human gear sacrificing himself. I thought that was a very vivid image of just the burned up human gear, like holding the rubble. That is just silence they used in the scene, like that really hit me. It was really good, so that was cool. And then yeah, Daybreak might be coming back. We will see, but overall, it was good. I agree pretty much with almost everything you had to say, buddy. Good thoughts.
Your turn, Tommy.
So I picked Cody Wilson.
Yeah.
And Beast Morphers. Let's see. He said, I thought the rest was fine. Robbie and his mom coming out during terms about this art felt fine. The commander took it well. Realizing she made Robbie think it was stupid. Yeah, I kind of agree with those points. I think that scene was really well acted.
Yeah.
And that was a good scene. 01. I liked how Bua said, "Fuck you, guy." Yeah, it would help me rescue. Yes, I did like that too.
Yeah.
Didn't expect development guy to be Raider. I didn't even know who that was, Cody.
Who was it?
Random.
He was just some dude. Even guy, I forget. That was one of like guy was just like Shiacho guy was like, you, what you work for me? Like, that does not surprise me. Just a classic guy moment of like not even knowing half the people who work for him because he's got people for that.
Got a big empire.
I agree with that. Kiramager, you said this is what he wants from episode 0, which I agree. Yellow questioning is pretty cool. Okay, that's what I think. Cody? What are you saying about the Ruby thing? Was kind of stupid. I would like.
What's stupid?
About a Ruby thing.
Rubes for growing up.
Ruby? The Ruby thing. He said, I thought the Ruby thing was kind of stupid, but White Kevin mentioned this is kind of getting inspiration from early Sentai, and I know of a baseball monster. What does he mean by Ruby thing?
Oh, rugby.
Oh, rugby.
Oh, the rugby.
Oh, I said Ruby. He said Ruby.
Yeah.
Okay, rugby. Okay, I kind of agree with you. I was like, Ruby?
Yeah, rugby.
That's like their whole motif. I was kind of confused.
Yeah, I think based on the monsters, it's more like they're going to be touching base more with retro monsters and make a modern twist to it. I think that's what Kiramager is planning to do.
Oh, okay.
I've got no problem with that. I'm excited.
And that'll be cool. I like that. I like it if they do it from each from every Sentai.
I want a vending machine monster like from Jetman.
You know what?
I want a Ramen Monster 2.0.
Ramen Monster
2.0.
a tofu monster like from Diary.
Tofu monster. That's pretty interesting. For me, I got Double the Unknown. And he's still frustrated with Guy, and I totally understand like why he's a frustrating character. But he's really like he's a really well thought cocky character. Like I wouldn't say he could be. Is he purely evil, do you think, guys? I think he's just like he's a power tripper.
Guy reminds me a lot of Lex Luthor because Lex Luthor is on the side of humanity. He just has a very fascist way of viewing how we should be,
that's right,
quote unquote, liberated.
He's against all the machines. He's all for the humans, but he has his own evil ways to do it. Which is, I can understand why a lot of people hate him, and he has a punchable face and all that stuff, which is pretty cool. And hopefully later on, he will get exposed by the public. So probably in the next episode with using the politics kind of things, like someone might know all the inside info about Guy and expose him. So well, yeah, I agree with you. He's quite annoying, but the politics thing could show who his true colors is. Kiramager episode 2. I do agree that Juru's realizations for each team member needs to shine individually. Like, not all the Kiramagers has to be tied down to a certain task. They have their own separate lives. If they know how to balance it, they can be able to fight the evil and then be able to enjoy their professions or careers that what they want to do. The rugby guy aspect incorporated. So that's an old school thing. So we'll see more of that probably next week. I wonder which monster is going to represent our previous Sentai monster. I think it's a great idea. But anyway, thank you guys for sharing your shitty opinions. We'll choose our next 3 favorites next week. Just don't forget to put it on the Discord on the streets Discord. Okay, thank you. Okay, back to our Prognosatsu.
Prognosatsu.
Prognosatsu. Okay, so where do we start off with? The races. So MMPR. So two quit. They switch races and they become. So Black is now half Asian, and then the new Yellow Ranger is African American, right?
Something that I think Power Rangers is not a bad habit of doing. I appreciate it in a way, but at the same time, like, don't go too far.
Yeah.
The only 2 black Rangers we've had have been Samuel Benta and Walter Jones. That's it.
Like
Every other
pure
season-
breed. Like that.
Sure.
Is that?
Every black Power Ranger other than that, has not been a person, has not been a African American.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Right.
Now, that's one thing where it's just like they made TJ the Blue Ranger instead of the Black Ranger, even though with a lot of the Sentai footage, with Koichiro being the leader of the Mega Rangers, like Carlos gets more to do than TJ in some of the footage. That's why I'm like, you could have made up the Black Ranger, but I understand what you were trying to do there, so I appreciate it in a way. So there's that, but, Russo Black, one of my favorite. It's my favorite suit out of all of them, but, if you were to make him a cool character, you can make him an African American. Like, it's fine. Like, it's not offensive in any way, but I understand they're trying to, like, be super careful and protect the brand.
Right.
But I don't know. Like, yeah.
Well, I could, yeah. Like, see, I don't have any issues with the racing. I see. I'm glad that there's some sort of representation, but I don't look beyond the ethnic background of what they are. But a lot of people has been saying that, why don't we get an Asian as as the leader? I'm like, you can have that instead. Hey,
Hyperforce, we got. Yep.
Oh, and Hyperforce. Okay, yeah, that is canon. Yeah, true.
That counts if you do that.
Yeah, that counts. Yeah.
I mean, we've only had like 5 male. We've only had 5 African American African American Red Rangers.
Yes. And
out of 26.
Because there's a lot of rangers that designate has a designated race usually, like some sort of stereotypical kind of matching. If you noticed, like in the Saban era, as you can see, you always see that Samurai was it Mega Force, Super Mega Force, and Dino Charge. They like the other races, like usually the leader is kind of like Caucasian. What do you say? Would you say Caucasian, Mexican?
I'm pretty sure William Schufelt's white. He's just tan, but like Brennan Mejia, he's definitely not white.
He's of Latin American background.
Yeah, he's Latin American, and so there was that. But like, Alex Hartman, Andrew Gray, they're all. And like, at the end of the day, if you can give a good performance, like I appreciate, for example, like Casey, late Disney era, one of my favorite Red Rangers because I do enjoy him. But like, good example, Jungle Fury. As far as I can remember, not a single one of those 5 are black.
That's right.
Yeah.
They're pretty much all. Most of them are like the main 3 are Aussies, so they're Australians. So
Jason Smith is American.
Who?
Jason Smith.
He's Australian.
He's an Aussie. He's an Aussie. Yeah.
Oh, he is?
He's in our local TV shows. Yeah. He's an Aussie. Yeah. See, like sometimes like in Time Force, have you noticed like Trip and Lucas were both of Filipino background?
Yeah.
So they're like two Asians at once, which is like not a common thing as
Yeah,
well.
nowadays I think it's like with the Beast Morphers cast, I'm really just glad to where it's just like there's representation, but at the end of the day, like I remember watching a Dino Force interview being like, it doesn't like super matter, like we're all different, like there doesn't have to be one of each in this group, like we're all different and we all love each other. Which I can appreciate, but like the thing with Beast Morphers having like a predominantly non-Caucasian team is just something that's just I've never thought Power Rangers would have. Like 2 out of the 3, like literally it's just Zoe and Steel, technically I guess, because his voice actor and his suit actor are both white. But
Yeah.
that was 2. Like Robbie's Indian, Devin's black, and Nate is Latino. So it's just having that team is just really solid. Like same thing with Ninja Steel. Ninja Steel, if the Yellow Ranger hadn't gotten recast, I think William would have been the only white one.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah.
It's like, isn't it like Robbie's the first Indian Ranger?
I think so. I believe so.
Full pure Indian.
Yeah.
Power Ranger, which is pretty cool for the because like the Indian community there's a lot of Power Ranger fans over there and Sentai fans and all that. So kudos to him to getting the role. But yeah, I think they did pretty alright. I mean, they did pretty well, like with the choosing and selecting and all that. And I just hope people don't have to be fixated on there. Like if, for example, a particular ethnic background is skipped for a year, that they would have to rage and all that stuff. Like I just
Jungle Fury. I still love Jungle Fury. I just notice it because it's just like, oh yeah, none of you.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, 4 out of the 5 of them are white. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah, for a kung fu based,
only one of them is Asian. Yeah,
which is that's quite bizarre, but that's it's.
And he's not even. I just. Yeah. But you want to move on to? Oh, you have more stuff to say.
No.
You want to move on to female representation?
Female representation. Okay. So what do you think about it?
Portrayed. I think that both Japan and America have been making strides in the best way that they can. I remember Greg Arnowitz saying one day that like he came to like the Sentai people and was just like, hey, I want to make the Red Ranger a female, and like the Sentai people in Japan was like, if you do that, we'll back out of the deal. The deal's over. Like we'll never.
Yeah.
Like no. So that's why his A Squad female Red was his like cop out way of doing that.
Which is, I think it's creative.
Yeah,
that was a pretty good cop out.
Which is weird because like in like the past, like in the 90s, like Jetman, the commander is female, like the boss of all of them is a woman. But like to be fair, like Ryu's the leader of the team, so that's how they get away with stuff like that. But still, it's just weird to me. Or like Time Ranger, for example.
Yeah,
Yuri is very much the leader of that team.
And Kaku Ranger.
Kaku Ranger, yeah, but even with Kaku Ranger, like Sasuke took the lead in most situations. But like in Time Ranger is a very clear instance of like,
Yuri is like the overall leader, and then I felt Tatsuya was like the in battle leader.
Like he knows how to coordinate the actual battles and stuff.
Yeah.
And Yuri just is a decision maker. Like whatever we figure,
wherever
I go, you listen. You know what I mean?
She knows the most out of everyone, and they follow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because she has a good knowledge of all the criminals that came from the 3.
Absolutely. Or technically in Geki Ranger, Ran is the captain of the 3 of them. Like, because they had to like we'll be picking a team captain, and it's just like we picked Ran because she's the smartest out of the 3 of you, and she just makes the best decisions. They're like, what? And stuff like that.
And this is why they were trying to isn't it like in Magi Ranger? Isn't the eldest brother was trying to be the leader, but then the youngest one has to be the leader,
It's sort of
it's
but in Power Rangers it's quite different, wasn't it? Because what is it? In Wild Force, the Yellow Ranger was
Yeah, Taylor was the original leader.
Yeah, Taylor. Yeah, Taylor.
Wasn't
Earhart
Gal Ranger Yellow was his leader?
I don't know if he
I feel
was
like he
like,
was.
leader.
Was
I
he?
think
Okay.
because in Gal Ranger, Gal Yellow and Taylor are two very polar opposites. Like Gal Yellow is like the rebel of the team. Like he's a troublemaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he was a pilot at some point, but like he was always like getting into trouble and stuff like that. And he's like the rebel of the team. Taylor is very much a rule follower and whatnot. Like,
Yeah.
so they're not super similar. But yeah, no, she was leader of the team before then. Or something that I really like is like Sentai, because Sentai did it first. Kaori, Shinken Red, the
Yeah,
original, the original Shinken Red, the true leader.
It's true.
Oh yes.
Not
True,
the-
true
not the
leader
fake
of a real main team. Yeah, that's
Yeah, the
right.
only reason like they put Takaru in is because in case he were to die, like everything
It was
would
like
be
it was kind of like a decoy. He was kind of like
exactly.
A
It was
decoy,
decoy.
Basically.
That was really well developed.
Well developed. It was like he's just a decoy. That's all he is.
Yeah,
And stuff like
he has
that.
to find himself. It's a pretty good story. Watching
Yeah. The other day, watching Kendra. Yes.
Yes.
But
and
what
then
yeah.
Samurai followed suit, which was really good.
Yes. with-
Yeah, and like I liked how she was the sister, and that was pretty neat.
Or Miss Morgan. You know, like she-
Yeah.
it's like Kendall. My name's Miss Morgan.
That's really cool.
What I appreciate about Power Rangers is that a lot of the the male Sentai yellows were actually becoming the female in Power Rangers, which is adding more female characters, rather than one female into the Sentai component, you put two. So
Absolutely.
like with MMPR Yellow, Wild Force, what
Time
else?
Force, Lost
Time
Galaxy,
Force,
Galaxy.
Lightspeed
Galaxy,
Rescue.
Lightspeed Rescue. So the female, I feel like in the Western side that we try to make it more, add more females, try to make it more appealing to the female audience. Would you say so? Because
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
Power Rangers and Sentai is a very boy brand. I mean, it's a boy brand basically.
You know?
But we try to add a bit more balance towards
We're part of a show that consists of 12 male hosts.
And it kind of worked well when he did it. The Sentai footage.
flashes
It didn't,
well.
yeah.
And a lot of the time we're like, the characters, the human characters themselves are quite tomboyish in a way. Like that's one way of viewing. Some female characters. I mean, some females are out there like they're very brute. You know what I mean? Like they and it works well because like the body structure of the actual suits.
Or one of my favorite female rangers of all time is Sydney Drew, SPD Pink, because
Yeah.
she is at the get-go she's a very girly girl, like don't respect her, like Sky doesn't respect her at all, pretty in pink, and then within a couple episodes she's like that episode of her digging in the mud for like hours and hours and stuff like that. Like she's not afraid to get her hands dirty. She trained in the academy just like Sky and Bridge. She can handle her own. Like she likes what she likes, but at the end of the day she will kick someone's ass because she can. And she is also a trained SPD cadet. Like just because Sky and Bridge are as well doesn't mean she's not. Like she went through the rough just like they did.
And you never know, like later down the track, they could end up doing in the comics, like they could make her as SPD Red. You never know.
You never know. Also, like that's the thing I love about the comics is where like the show is very risky and where it's just like we might not be able to do a female Red, but in the comics, whatever, he's going to be the Red Ranger.
Like they did the Trini Red Ranger. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Red is-
Which I really love. Get it. And then no, Sydney Drew is one of my favorite female rangers of all time, like because she's just you never know what you're gonna get with her, and it's I don't know. I just she's not who looks can be very deceiving. She's not who you think she is. Like she likes
yeah,
what she
like
likes.
the one episode where she had a stakeout with Jack. That was pretty good episode.
So that was really good. People underestimate her all the time. People are like, "Oh, Sydney's doing this, Sydney's doing that," and she's just like, "Oh no." Also, her human ability is awesome. Like the fact that she can just pick up a piece of iron and turn her fist into like that is so cool. That's just like
molecular manipulation, right? I love that.
she's got brawn, and like not many people appreciate that, you know.
No.
Or like, how you guys have seen all of Mystic Force, right?
Yeah, I've seen it.
I've seen most of it. Yeah.
You guys remember that ending scene where like they're in the cave, like they're helmetless, but they still have their suits on, and Nick's like giving up. He's like, "I don't know what to do," and Madison just yells at him.
Yeah.
Like it's just a big old like that's what I love. Like moments like that. Like Madison is labeled the shy girl the whole season, and then she just lets out. She's like, "No, you are this team leader. This is your job." Like
just like
yes, it is one of my favorite moments in that show.
Just like in recently Resoldier, like Asuna was like saying, "Hey, Kano, stop being a little bee, and like we got this." Basically.
Yeah, something like it felt kind of fan servicey, but I like how they made like the one girl on the team like the strongest member.
Yeah, because females are most of the time more level-headed than guys. So we need some sort of female power into.
Or like how they made Katie super strong. Like they didn't have to do it at all. They didn't have
to do that. Yeah, and it's great. Like
we have a perspective right now, but we don't, sadly. But
we still have the perspective.
Ranger Liz, where you at? Stop the call. No, but I really like how
like this, like see Power Rangers including a lot of females into it. It's you have female influences like Ranger Liz in part of the franchise because yeah,
it's cool.
Which is really cool. I really appreciate that. In Power Rangers, they compared to Sentai, the females are in the upper hand. You know what I mean?
Ranger Liz is kind of in like a boys' club, like when it comes to like toy reviews and stuff like that on YouTube. It's a very much a boys' club for some reason, and it's just like she's in there with us. She's reviewing it, cracking open a beer, reviewing like the welcome to Ranger Week in Review, bitches. Let's get started. It's like I love Ranger so much. The fact that she like, the fact that I mean, she could be intimidated by it, but the fact that she like posts videos, she gets up in the morning and she's like, you know what, I'm gonna post videos because there might be girls out there like me who like this stuff too with all the other boys. There's not someone that she can like to, and that she's Ranger Liz. She's probably not gonna watch this, but she's very much an inspiration to anyone out there who is not just girls who are in this fandom, but any female who like is in very much like a boys' club. So pretty much most females.
And like if you're watching this and you're a girl, don't be afraid to love Power Rangers because
there's no girls watching this, but I appreciate the message.
Probably not. I don't even know.
If you're trying to show your girlfriend this show, and before she breaks up with you, we want her to know that if it's okay that you like Power Rangers.
We're sorry.
We're sorry. So sorry for your loss.
Here we go in the chat. Stop being a bitch, Kano. Yeah, that's basically what happened.
It's a little bitch, Kano.
Yeah. But yeah,
girls rule.
Yeah, girls
rule, girl power, and it's kind of the other way around. Like when guys, like the precure stuff. Like you feel free to like anything, and I hope that if I don't know if they adapt male characters into that franchise, but I think girls and guys, you feel free to like anything, and I feel like Power Rangers is trying to get the girls to come into the club. I think they even did the dolls back in the day. You know what I mean? Like with MMPR, which is pretty cool. Let's move on to the next one.
Let's move on to the next one.
What do you have?
How do we feel about sexual representation in Power Rangers?
Like
how it doesn't exist.
Okay, sexuality.
Yeah, sexuality.
Well, it's 100%. Well, it's 100% from the TV show aspect. It's 100% straight, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I don't know in this time. I don't know because I don't know how Hasbro does their shows and stuff in terms of LGBT plus.
Have we had a gay Optimus Prime yet?
You know what I mean? I mean, if they were going to incorporate something like that into Power Rangers, they could do it in a subtle way. Like, I mean, Disney's done it with. Disney with their movies and stuff has had a random lesbian couple and all that stuff. It doesn't have to be the main.
Just a random lesbian couple off to the side, you know.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not have to be like the main part of the story.
Back what Will said when we were talking about Beast Morphers, like I would not be surprised if this was Hasbro's like a very subtle way of being like, hey, no matter what it is, if you like art, if you like the same sex, if no matter what you like, your parents are going to accept you for it. And hopefully at the end of the day, your parents should accept you for it, was the message of that episode. Like, if something makes you happy and it really loves you and it's legal and you're not hurting anybody, then your loved ones should accept you for it. And that is what I think the Beast Morpher motto was for that episode. That's why I didn't believe it was preachy at all. But yeah, like, I think maybe because Hasbro can't get away with that stuff right now, most likely. These are young kids watching these shows, and they have to be able to branch out to all different markets. And if they were to reach out to the LGBTQ community in an episode, they might lose a lot of viewers. And while that may suck, like, you have to think about those decisions as a business.
Mm-hmm. If you could do it in a subtle way where it doesn't have to come across directly as, LGBTQIA or whatever.
Like forced or something.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be forced. But like, if it's like an underlayer where, because we're in an age of, we're 2020 right now, so we should be able to, we should not be really offended with this. We should be more like, normalizing it, except
I mean, just look at Rider Time Ryuki.
But that's more like an adult project. But I mean, but Japan has their own they have their different views in terms of LGBTQIA, but like I mean, in terms of for us, like we shouldn't be bound to, like, I think what other shows has had it? Like, Steven Universe.
Like Voltron. Voltron's pretty good.
And Ultron, there was some
Voltron, yeah.
Voltron, right?
Voltron. Yeah, and then Chiro's gay, basically.
Yep.
And that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So
nice.
Yeah, so I think Power Rangers can pull it off from next year onwards. Like
I'm not saying it's got to be like Degrassi. I'm just saying, like, just make a character who just happens to be gay. Like, they don't have to, like, that's the problem with like shows like Degrassi and stuff like that, is like when they first introduce stuff, they make it like their identity, and that's not what it is. Like, their race identity. Like, it's not where it is. It's just like, oh, I'm like the yellow my name's Kelsey. I'm the yellow Lightspeed Ranger, and I just happen to be a lesbian. Like, and just stuff like that. I don't know. She was the first example that popped into my head, but we'll make jokes about it all the time. So
yes.
So I don't know. Just subtle stuff like that. Because I mean, at the same time, we've done it with race. Like, we don't talk about. I mean, would I like to every now and then? There have been. I don't think there might have been a couple of Power Rangers episodes where race has been celebrated or stuff like that. But for the most part, it's just like, hey, like, this is the so-and-so Ranger and they're black. We don't talk about it because why would we need to bring such light on it? I mean, it's important for representation's sake, but at the same time, it's like, oh, black guy can't be the Red Ranger. It's just like, no, he's the Red Ranger. He's cool. Like, Sky didn't dislike Jack for being the Red Ranger because he's black. He just didn't like him because he was lazy. Like, he was just
and he didn't have to go through the training.
Exactly, and stuff like that. So it's important. Like, it's important to have representation, but like Jack being the Red Ranger is representation on its own. Like, that's amazing, and we don't have to draw so much attention to that. It's like, why? I was like, oh no, he's the Red Ranger. He just happens to be black, and that's where we're at right now. Or like that's what, essentially what we would just need with like LGBT. Like, oh, this is the Red Ranger, and they just happen to be bi or gay or
you could even have like, I know, and you can also have like. There's a lot of Ranger couples, right, in Power Rangers. Yeah. So you could have like two female Rangers,
a lot of Ranger couples.
Like have some sort of bond, or we haven't addressed as well there's like also trans people out there that maybe want to become a Power Ranger as well. So,
Yeah.
um, uh, later down the track, if we can still delve into that. There's also some people identify ourselves as not either male or female. So, later on, I don't think it would damage the brand if it does incorporate. It's just don't make it too preachy. Just make it as one like part of the character, but not the main thing of the character. Do you know what I mean? As long as they're a good character, they're interesting. I think it's great.
Absolutely, I absolutely
Yeah.
agree with you.
Yeah.
Tommy,
What do you think?
I think for me, it feels like I don't really care, to be honest. I just care about like the character, so I don't really think about all of this stuff.
and that's exactly how they should think about it.
Yeah,
Like it's in like I said, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but Devin, he's the Red Ranger. He's black. His dad's the mayor. He's black. Those are both very incredible things and milestones. Like people 50 years ago would be rolling around, would be so happy to hear. But they're just like, oh, he's Devin Daniels. He likes video games, stuff like that. Oh, he also happens to be black. That's what we need to be thinking about. And stuff like that.
yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
I'm the Yellow Ranger. This is my girlfriend. Like stuff like that. I don't know. Once again, I can't speak on it too much because I'm not a part of the LGBT community. But
Yeah, me too. So I want to know that.
I'm just
perspective.
putting in as much of my 2 cents as I can. But yeah, no, this is when I thought about this topic, I was like, yeah, that would spark some good discussion, and it has. So
Yeah.
Gives you a
Yeah.
lot to think about.
gives you lots of
Yeah, people can still leave on Prognosatsu thread. Like, what do they think about it? Which is, good discussion. But overall, I think, yeah, they could have LGBTQIA representation. That wouldn't affect the brand, I don't think. What's the next one?
the next one. Did we?
Uh,
The main
just-
thing that I thought about, but if you guys thought about other kinds of representation,
Whoa.
those are like the main 3 that are discussed in media:
yeah.
race, gender, and
Oh,
sex.
we got. I wouldn't. Would we say religion is part of it as well?
Yeah, we could. Like, I would just personally, I would just say it like all the other things. Like, I'm the Red Ranger. I'm just happen to be a Christian or stuff like this, or I just happen to be a Buddhist or whatnot. Like, oh, like, hey, Devin, where are you going tomorrow? I was like, oh, I just got back from church and stuff like that. Something like that. That's
But unfortunately, religion it'll be a taboo topic to discuss into a Power Rangers show, and it may cause some outrage within families and all that stuff, which is, they might spark some debate beyond the parents. But
Devin Daniels goes to church. Oh my gosh! Stop pushing your religion onto my child.
Yeah. But I wouldn't mind like an Islamic woman wearing a hijab,
Exactly.
representing as a pink ranger or even another colored ranger. You know what I mean? Like that'd be
That's not
cool.
gonna happen for a while, but
Yeah. But
Especially-
it would be nice. Like
great.
I'm pretty sure a lot of Tokusatsu fans in Malaysia that are female wearing hijabs, they love Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, and Power Rangers. So there's an audience out there that they would appreciate. One of them would be becoming a Power Ranger. So yeah. So
100%.
yeah.
Yep.
But anything else? No other diversity things do we think about? Overall, I think Power Rangers is doing a good job. I think Hasbro could even enhance that. They could add their own twist and take on it.
Yes.
Because at the moment we're still kind of in the oldish formula, with the story writing, the morals, you know what I mean, like with the Saban kind of thing. So maybe Hasbro would might elevate the age the age bracket audience to maybe pre-teens. Do you reckon one day for Power Rangers? I think you might, or you can still entertain kids, but like expand the interest to an older audience. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like, what do you think of like Power Rangers at the moment? Like, do you think it's targeted still for little kids, like rather than us?
Or- I think they take us into consideration very little, but I would say they might take some of us into consideration, but I don't think that much.
Yeah. So maybe we'll have to wait and see. I mean, Hasbro, it's in their hands next year to see what they're gonna do and make things different, and maybe hopefully, but good luck to them, to keep us interested. So hopefully it doesn't stay as nearsighted. But yeah, it was a great discussion in terms of Prognosatsu. Any final words you want to say about the topic?
Not really. You
No,
guys-
nothing.
Yeah, you guys
Everyone
hit-
matters.
nailed it.
Plus Ultra said diversity is good with PR right now. It's just that we need to move away from MPF. Start writing. Yeah, I
Exactly.
totally agree. No more kiddie stuff. No more preachy stuff. Just give us a good rounded story.
Old-fashioned.
Give us a good amount of diverse characters. Yeah, totally agree. Okay. So introducing our new segment this week is
Passion.
Passion.
question.
That's a roller coaster.
So we haven't done passion question yet, so this is the first time we've been doing it right now. We're probably going to look into the Discord questions, and we could still utilize the Streets Discord, and probably any questions that we might be interesting for us to answer. So I'm going to have a look, and you guys can have a look too if there's a question that might catch your eye.
Oh yeah, no one responded, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Nobody asked questions.
It's all
We
right.
have any damn questions. So I don't know. You guys are awake at Discord question time. Have all the Discord questions in the chat been answered?
I think so. Should
Okay.
be.
No, we can still answer. We can still answer the ones that have been used in Streets, right?
Oh
What?
yeah, I remember him
Yeah.
saying something like that.
Yeah.
So,
So,
left off
but we'll
at,
try to focus. Hey.
have you had Wendy's breakfast? I recommend the breakfast baconator.
I cannot recommend because I've never had Wendy's and I'm not
What?
over there. So,
Wait, is it because you don't have a Wendy's?
nah, we don't have Wendy's.
Okay, good.
I haven't had it yet. So.
But like, if you actively made a choice to not have Wendy's, we couldn't be friends anymore.
I try every American fast food joint. If I end up going there one day, but
I don't
We don't
know.
have a lot.
Last night I asked a bunch of random questions, so I might just ask them, and feel free to answer them in the live chat.
yeah.
What's your favorite 6th Senshi theme song?
Oh,
Mm,
does it? Oh, it has to be Sentai only, right?
let me think.
Senshi.
Mine's Shinken Gold's theme.
I'm gonna say Toki Rokugo's theme.
It's a good.
I don't listen to a lot of Sentai music. I'm just going to pick a random one. Let me see. Okay. Does Ho-Oh Soldier have a theme?
Yes.
Does Ho-Oh Soldier have a theme?
Yes.
The hell's
he?
wrong with you, boy?
I'm playing it now. I'm trying to remember.
Shunichi Ishihara.
Shinichi Ishihara is my freaking man.
Okay, I'll pick that then. um,
Here we go.
Oh my god, okay, we're getting copyrighted.
Ugh.
That's copyrighted.
Whatever. Chris can do it. I can.
Okay.
Darn it.
Okay, Ryugano says in the chat, I like Tokyo 6 theme. Career Gold's another good one. Yes.
So basically, you like Psychic Lover. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it. Not Ultra said, Shinken Gold or Courier Gold for me. I'm leaning towards Shinken Gold.
She get gold.
okay, cool.
She get gold. I love a lot of them. I very much like 6 themes. If I had to pick a top 3, it'd probably be Time Flyer's theme, Max Power, Noel's theme,
Oh yeah, I like that one.
and then
YouTube sending me a live notification. How long you'll be live for?
An hour and 40.
An hour and 40.
So just
Yeah.
watch a replay.
watch
after.
the replay. RRR the
Watch
replay.
the replay. You can watch the replay as you're watching the streets. So you can watch them both at the same time.
I don't want to ask too many music-related questions because I want our Prognosatsu topic one day to be music, so we could just talk
Okay.
about it.
Okay, yeah. Don't worry. I have some music stuff.
What's okay? What's another question?
Maybe one more.
Why do you think? Okay, so Cody said this. Why do you think Saban chose to do Go Busters right before the Hasbro buyout? I think his plan was to have Hasbro do it, realize that they don't do anything with PR and sell it back to Saban with a cheaper price just to get rid of it, and Saban just got a bit richer. Why do you think Saban chose to do Go Busters right before the Hasbro buyout? What do you think, guys?
Maybe you want to do. Damn,
I think they chose Go Busters because
people have been asking for it for a while.
that and like maybe they wanted to try it out since they didn't have no gimmick.
Yeah.
Or something. They want to experiment.
A gimmickless. Yeah. I would think that at the time. Well, what was the Sentai at the time before the buyout? It was like
It was-
Tokuja. You have Juoja.
What year did they buy it out again? Was it 2018?
Yeah, 2018.
2018.
So it was like Loop Pat. They had Ninja Steel. What's going on?
Lupat and Ninja Steel were the things that were on TV. Lupat, Ninja Steel, and Kamen Rider Build.
Yeah.
Nope, Geo. Sorry.
Geo, yeah.
Wait, I think
Build
it was
Geo,
like the
yeah.
second half of Build.
It was the second half of Build. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whip.
I don't know. What do you think? Do you think Saban could do anything with the previous Sentai that hasn't been adapted to Power Rangers at the time?
I don't know.
I still think they
Because-
could still do stuff. It's,
Yeah.
it's the
They
matter
just
of
probably just showed
execution.
Ghostbusters.
I think
Oh.
Bandai America has a lot of control over it. Have a lot of say into it because like they made Q Ranger. It was pretty obvious like they were about to do it, but then like Hasbro bought it and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
oh snap, oh this is unexpected. It was like
Yeah.
weird.
I think it was great for Hasbro to actually, with the toys, start off something small. And I
Mhm.
mean, Go Busters didn't have a lot of things going on for them in terms of the gimmicks and all that stuff. So it's a good good ground for them to find their feet in terms of how they're producing the toys and all that stuff. And
And
it's
then-
not like convoluted like the other Sentai. You know what I mean?
And it's a good outlet for like them to do original stuff.
Yeah.
In this season, compared to like most seasons, because I feel like in Beast Mode so far we've gotten a lot of like original weapons,
Original forms.
yeah, original
weapons.
weapons,
Yeah.
and stuff like that, which I find really cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they also altered the colors of the monster suits. So, like the yellow version of Roxy, which is just original morphers like the lion. Was it the lion beast king morpher whatever?
Yeah, B6
So that-
King
B6
Morpher.
King. I don't even have that thing.
I'm not getting it because it doesn't look like what it's supposed to look like on screen.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think that it was easier for them to adapt Beast Morphers just because before they sell out, just make it easier for everybody to start off with a smaller toy register. But other than that, that's all I could think of.
One more question.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one more
let's
question.
do one more question.
What Cody asks, he said, no, not Ultra asked. My bad. What is your favorite
Ultra?
Sentai ending dance?
Oh fuck!
Oh,
That's right. They
Okay.
got to answer that, but we didn't. Kiramager.
Kiramager.
I can't say Kiramager yet because the album hasn't come out.
That's fair.
Yeah, and also I want to see the other dances that they're gonna come up with later on. So
Then my answer is Juoger if we got to give a full song.
Are we like talking about theme, the song itself,
The
or
theme or the dance?
I think we're just talking about the dance.
the dancing? Okay,
the
Koryuger.
dance. Oh, okay.
I think for me, Koryuger, because like
Kiramager?
it's pretty catchy dance, pretty memorable.
I like Q Ranger's first version.
Yes, the thrust,
That's the Rust.
the pelvic
Well,
thrust.
Chovelo's one is kind of similar. The dance move from Chovelo. It's kind of similar. Now it's just like Q Ranger's second version. It's just like they're putting deodorant on. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Which is, I'm surprised that like parents were complaining like with the thrusting and stuff. I mean, it was quite aggressive. I mean, you see the actors when they actually do it. It was quite like aggressive.
Oh, you've read freaking Naga? Hang on, let me back up real quick. It's just like
It's like so into it.
It was so into it.
Yeah.
it's what it was.
Yeah. But that's my favorite one. And I'm pretty sure that's like Corey's favorite one too.
Pretty sure.
Like,
Sure.
Be cool though if they had the mecha in Kyoranger do that dance. Like, you know how they do it for, you know how like they got some of the mecha back in the 90s, they got to do some dances. I reckon they could have done that with the Kyoranger mech to do the thrusting. That'd be cool. Yeah, that's my favorite one. A close second. Oh, what would be your second? Like your second place?
Shoot, second place probably.
Go Busters, bro. I like their dance.
Oh, I like that dance too.
Ninja would probably be mine.
Yeah, see, that's the sad thing about the Ninja. Like, they have a good opening. They also have a good ending, good suits and everything. It's just except the mecha. But
We'll talk about it in Prognosatsu.
oh yeah. What would be my? I think Juoger might be my second favorite, and a honorable mention would go to I like Kyoryuger Brave or Dynaforce Braves one too. They're pretty. It's quite a little bit different from Kyoryuger's one. I like that one. Pretty. Yeah. So, is that it?
Yeah,
That's
I think
it.
that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me just have a look. So, where are we up to? I think that's pretty much it. So we're up to
Close magma.
Yeah, it's pretty. We're pretty much on time. It's quite a short
We
episode,
gave you
but
10 extra minutes today.
um, hey, yeah. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. How many is on? 6? Yeah, thank you for coming onto our show. Um, yeah, just be sure to put in your one-ups, your passion questions is often like put some questions, just in case if the streets doesn't get to answer, we can answer it for you.
Yeah.
Breaking hero time, keep putting your shitty opinions, and I totally understand if you can't go out and shop or anything to put up any one-ups. That's okay. We can keep skipping until we find something.
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Prognosatsu. So Grayson, do you want to announce the topic, or would you just post it up onto the?
We will announce it.
Yeah.
Post it later. I'll probably post it sometime next week to give you some time.
Okay.
I'll post it like Monday or something like that. So next week, the plan is to have a special guest join us on the podcast. We're not going to tell you who yet. But that's the plan. But our
I don't even.
next
You
is-
may or not know him.
you may or may
Or
not know him. You may or not know him.
Or
And
her.
that person may not even know that they're a guest. So
Yeah, exactly. Next week, we're discussing our top 5 secondary riders. All right. And that is from not of the decade, as in like all time. All
It's
time.
very hard.
Go into
We just-
Prognosatsu.
we're gonna judge on their.
Go on, make your list.
character.
Give us some reasons why. Please don't write a novel about why. Yeah, no, it's gonna be great. It's really gonna be. It's hopefully it's gonna be a really good discussion. Learn a lot about each other and why our tastes in Kamen Rider and why they suck for some of us. So
Not me. It's pretty good taste.
that'll be good. I hear Tommy's favorite rider is Spectre, so that should be fun.
Yes.
Spoilers.
I think
Oh, we already gave you some spoilers. Sorry.
Spectre, and I think Roland's favorite second rider is Chalice, which isn't even a secondary rider.
Oh,
So
yours is probably Ichigo.
I don't even know
Grayson.
what Chalice is.
Grayson, yours is probably Ichigo from Kuga.
Hell yeah. my favorite secondary rider is Kuga. It's Yusuke. from
Actually, mine is
Ichigo for a decade. The end
Mine
of
is nah, I'm just joking. But
No,
yeah,
actually,
so
mine might be Chalice.
No, count. For those of you who are concerned as who's considered a secondary rider or not, look at the picture of Gates Majesty. Those watches on his body is who you get from.
So yeah, so put your answers on
Yeah.
the Prognosatsu thread, please. Yeah, just put in dot points of under each rider, so it's easier for us to read, and then we'll present it on the next stream. Follow us on the socials. So just follow Tommy, Grayson, and myself. It's on the description below. Subscribe to the streets as well, and us. Why not?
Be live in
Why
about
not subscribe to us? So you can have some 6 to 7 hours of entertainment. Hey. Yeah, follow our Twitters as well. Follow the streets Twitters on the description below. And yeah, rest up. Prepare for the streets later on today. This evening for you guys, and later on today for me.
Clean your toilet.
Yeah. Hug your toilet. Use the toilet paper.
Eat
One
your
sheet.
toilet. Go drink a day.
Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated. Put a bucket over your head just in case you overheat like Fua. I don't know.
Beauty!
But yeah, thanks for joining in. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
See you guys.